Well, smack my ass and shave my balls. It's the best damn podcast from Chippewa Falls.
Okay, it's like you're playing the trombone.
Yeah.
Oh, you stroke that now. Oh,
He's stroking.
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
oh, wow.
No, seriously.
Short and fast, short and fast, short and fast. Long and slow.
Oh, nope, you would have fell off that for sure. You can't go too long.
Too deep,
You run
too
out.
deep.
You run out.
No, not this guy.
No?
No.
Oh. Alrighty. He's like a ruler.
Oh.
Hung like a ruler.
Ain't very big around, but it sure is short.
There it is.
All right.
So,
Wow, you're loud.
am I?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
You got a volume button there.
No, but you're quiet.
You want me to speak
Fine.
louder?
No.
Okay.
Is this better for you?
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Welcome to Tales from the Hicks.
Oh,
All right. I'll turn mine down there.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you have that device in front of you.
I do have the device right
that
here. Right.
controls the volume.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we got any PSAs or anything going on today?
PSA.
Nothing from this guy.
No?
I don't even know what that means.
Public service announcement.
Oh.
We talked-
It's snowing.
And it's 28 degrees.
You should have been a weather guy.
Well, yeah, all they do is guess anyway.
Yeah, they don't know.
Like if you would open that window in the studio, we'd be able to tell if it, was clear, sunny.
We
We have a window in the studio.
We do. We
Yeah.
do.
But you weren't here when
okay.
Jason first got here. He is wearing wool socks and
slippers.
and wool slippers.
That doesn't surprise me. I would almost imagine he probably, has a winter coat as well.
Yeah. It is snowing out.
But it's still 28 degrees.
That's cold.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
75, 80.
Hot.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Yep, I'm there.
No.
I love it.
Even if you're not doing anything, that's too hot.
No,
That's sweating while you're standing still hot.
no. I don't. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm more of that 60s.
But no, see, I can't be
Comfortable-ish.
humidity. No, I can't do the
It's not
humidity.
so much the heat, it's the gosh
Gosh
darn
darn humidity.
humidity.
Yeah, right. No, but that's what it is. It's humidity. I can't do it. I get really ornery, cranky, bad.
Worse than normal?
Worse than normal.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean,
you say-
similar to like when the
I
kids
guess-
are in the bathroom and you gotta go use a bucket in the garage, like that kind of irritated?
Yeah, close.
Close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those traits, I guess. Lucky.
Lacey, going out to the bucket!
Don't bother me.
Code red, bucket warning. Stay out of the garage, kids.
Cold
Cold
brown.
brown. Cold brown.
Do you announce it when you run out there, or you just sneak away?
No, I'm going.
He's on a mission.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going.
He's like a
He
fucking
doesn't have time to
SEAL
announce
Team
No, I don't.
6.
I don't have time to call people and say, hey.
Al
I'm gonna
Qaeda's
go
in the
to
garage
bucket.
and he's going to make a fucking kill. He's gone.
That's right.
We got a code brownish yellow and I'm out, bitch.
Like it.
Brownish yellow.
Brownish yellow.
It's good
There we
fun.
got it.
That is
That's
not,
what it is, I guess.
I have never seen a brownish yellow. I don't think. Not that I want to.
I bet you Jason has.
I can call you.
Yeah.
Snap a picture.
Bring the bag over when I'm done.
Yeah, I'll bring the garbage bag over. This is what a code BY looks like, brother.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Well, we've been talking about shit all day.
Wow.
Yeah, we're-
This is shitty.
Yeah, I'm definitely not at a maturity level where I still poop and farts are always
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Oh,
100%
yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, for sure they are.
I will never scroll by a fart or poop video that I see online.
Right.
I always watch them.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
funny.
I even get caught up watching it. So it's like when you start watching one video, you'll get like 10
Oh yeah, the algorithm knows.
Yep. So I yesterday it started with
Is that math?
It is, yes.
yeah, it's like arithmetic.
So it's almost advanced.
That's over my head.
I started with a parrot that was making fart noises, and I watched it because, like you said,
Farts are funny.
Farts are funny.
Yeah.
I was
That
doing
could be
that
a
last
t-shirt.
night.
farts are funny.
Farts are funny. Just put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You better get that in writing so nobody else takes that from you.
Farts are funny.
Patent pending trademark copyright.
Put it on the whiteboard. Farts are funny. Yeah. So you got a new vehicle at your house?
We do. Yep. It's a 04 Grand Cherokee Laredo for Tanner. So we were out driving around last night. Oh, I took him out last night even in the dark.
Oh. You all
Yeah,
right?
he has to
Does he have to have so many hours?
yeah, we have to do 10 hours of driving with the parents.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. See?
A little squeaker.
I was like, wow.
Sorry. Go on.
It's
Sorry.
dry.
And that was like a popcorn fart.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes those are kind of painful.
they are.
Yeah.
Popcorn farts are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta use a lot of butter.
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between too much butter
No.
and a lot of
You're
butter.
wrong.
Where are you?
What is too much butter?
Where are you putting this butter?
This gentleman next to me has, I believe, uses too much butter.
No.
Okay.
How much butter?
Stick,
On how much popcorn?
a bowl.
How big is your bowl?
I would say in reference to a bag and a half of microwave popcorn.
Holy
No.
fuck. That's a lot of butter.
It's like one of your fucking things at the theater. Bucket at the theater.
Okay. Like a mixing bowl.
But it's about this
Well,
big.
I mean, I have,
You want me to make some next time? I'll make some.
if I'm making, so most of the time when I do popcorn, it's Sundays for football.
Mm.
And like if I'm doing popcorn, because sometimes that'll be all I'll eat on a Sunday is popcorn.
Me too.
I have a stainless steel bowl that is about this big
Yeah.
around,
That's my blue one.
and it's probably about yay deep.
Oh,
Oh, moly.
And I'll do 3 batches in the air popper, and that fills it up
Good.
to about this far from the top. So I've got just enough room
And then
to
you
mix the butter
flip.
and the salt.
mm,
I use a spatula, and
That's a lot of popcorn. I mean, to me, that's a lot of popcorn.
it is, but that gets 1 stick of butter.
Oh, good.
That batch, that
Yep,
bowl will get
stick.
1 stick.
Okay.
So that's my.
I guess I'm an overachiever on the butter.
I don't know. So I think when I do 1 batch in my air popper is a 1/4 cup of unpopped kernels that I drop
Yeah.
into the air popper, and I make 3 batches.
I do maybe half a cup. I don't measure. I just
Right? Yeah, because
Dump
you
it
do
in
it in
there.
the pot, right?
I do it in that pot.
The air popper has a cup right on the top,
Right.
so yeah.
Well, according to Orville Redenbacher, that's what it is, a 1/3 cup of popcorn, unpopped popcorn. But I don't listen to him because I want more.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I
it's a
wasn't
stick.
saying- yeah, well, that's
Grandpa would do a stick.
well, yeah. Again, I was just saying. I mean, that to me, that's a lot of butter.
You don't like butter.
Not that much, but I do like butter.
You don't like butter at all.
I don't use butter. I probably go through a stick maybe every 2 months.
So you like it
In
dry.
total.
Don't you?
I don't eat
Don't you
popcorn.
butter anything?
Not really.
Like toast?
Maybe I'm going to butter your bread.
You don't use butter for cooking?
Once in a while, I'll put a little slab if I'm making a steak. I'll put some in there, but no, unless there's a recipe that I'm using that specifically calls for butter, I don't use butter.
Huh.
Just takes it dry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, honestly, but you know,
That's a story
What?
for another time. I would
Sure.
imagine.
Taking it dry.
Worst case, you just spit on it a little.
Ooh, oh.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
But Before I interrupt it, we were talking about driving.
Yeah,
We were-
we went
you
way
were.
off tangent.
Hey, that's all right. We'll circle back around.
Well, we're there now. We're back in the car.
We'll start again and we'll go off somewhere else, and then we'll come back to the story
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
By the time
I'm not worried.
by the time our hour is up, we'll have we'll get back and finish your
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. So yesterday we went out. Tanner wanted to go to Farm and Fleet to get some smelly stuff for the vehicle, and
Like catfish bait.
Yeah, that's smelly stuff.
No, not cat. Like a smelly thing.
Cherry.
Like an air freshener?
Air freshener.
Okay, got it. Sure.
Smelly thing.
Yeah.
And so he drove over to Farm and Fleet.
What kind did he get?
New car.
I was
New
going to
car
ask
smell.
if you got new car smell.
New car
Yeah.
smell.
How was it? Did it work?
It works.
Nice.
It does.
Is it the little can
It is
or
the can.
okay.
And then he has the one he puts in
vent?
vent.
With a little fan on it?
With the,
Mm.
no, it's this the blower.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They'll blow it out.
I'm a fan of the can for sure. I think they last longer.
Like your hat.
Hey,
I just noticed that. How'd you do that?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Squirrel.
Amazon.
It's Amazon.
It's his.
I'm very well aware of what Amazon is.
I think you knew that.
Well, did you see his face? He looked
Well, yeah, but it's personalized. Like,
confused.
Well, I made my logo with
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've updated that on all my social media shit. And
Yeah.
then I've been hunting for custom hats.
Uh-huh.
And I hate not fitted hats.
Right.
I don't like snapbacks. I'm bald, right? So I think it looks stupid when just a fucking patch of skin hanging out of the
Yeah.
back of my hat. So I try to always wear fitted hats. So I was hunting for Googling, for custom fitted hats,
Right.
custom logo or whatever. And I found a few, but a lot of the websites you had to order more than one.
Yep.
And then I just, through my Google searching, I stumbled on one that was on Amazon. Upload the logo, pick your hat, and I think it was $42.
So is that like a patch or like
No, it's actually embroidered right on the hat.
So the problem I looked because I know it was mentioned about getting hats
Yeah.
for ours. So I was looking, but the problem that I was having with it being embroidered is that it was too many colors and it was too small. Like the words were too small, and they're like, it's not going to work. But I noticed yours is.
You can, if you look close, the guy isn't like super visible because it's WI Grill guy, and the guy isn't real.
Right.
But otherwise, I thought it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like the plaid.
So what I really wanted to do is get I don't know if you guys are familiar with like PVC patches, like the military uses, like the morale patches, they call them. I wanted to get a custom PVC patch made with my logo on it because I have several fitted hats that have the Velcro on the front for the patch. And I can, like that. I think the one day I was here, I wore one that said "Talk to Me, Goose" or whatever from Top Gun.
Yep.
But a custom PVC patch was fucking expensive, so I didn't go that way. But I was like, then I could wear it on multiple hats, just take the patch off. But there's a setup fee for like a one-off
Right.
and blah blah blah, and it would have been around $80 to have that patch made, which is a lot for a freaking patch.
Did you check? Somebody that sews or has that type of thing at home. Check with those people, or even did you check anybody local, like down on Spring Street?
I could have got a normal, not PVC patch for probably 30 or 40, but I wanted the PVC patch. It's rubbery,
Okay.
so they last a lot longer, and I just think they look nicer. Yeah, I stumbled on this on Amazon, and I was like, I've spent $40 on dumber things. Let's see how it goes, and that turned out all right.
Nice.
So you're driving
With the air fresheners.
So yeah, right.
Yep,
We
new
were
car
at-
smell.
Well, first we stopped at Holiday to get some gas,
Yep.
and I told him I'd buy the first tank of gas.
Did you get any snacks?
No snacks at Holiday, not this time.
Why not?
So we pulled up, and I told him how to do it. I put my card in the deal there, typed it in, and I told him to pull the hot nozzle out, put it in, pull the trigger, and then he
It's a
said,
lot like making love to a woman, Tanner.
but not as long because this went for a while.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
but just
So-
as expensive though. I was gonna say.
So we sat there and watched it, ding, ding, ding. I go, this is how expensive it is to drive around. $46 for a half a tank of gas.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was expensive.
Yeah.
I can usually fill
Yeah.
the wall. Of course, I just got a little vehicle, but
Well, it's a six cylinder, in there.
Oh, yeah, that's a thumper.
Mine's even a 2 liter.
So we went farm barn and did that, got the shit, and I told him, I go, well, let's go driving because I want to stay on the other side of the highway. And so I told him to drive out on the highway, get out by Walmart, and go take 00. And he didn't quite want to do that, so I drove him out, got through all the stuff, and got over by Marshfield Clinic over there. And he got back in, and he just took 00 all the way out to whatever road that is out there, and took a left and went out to your parents' house.
Okay.
Sat out there and visited with them for a minute.
Didn't get any dumplings.
Still waiting
No,
on
no.
those dumplings.
Skater dumplings.
You would have thought he would have just taken them out of the freezer.
He maybe can't hear.
Can you hear us?
Hey, hello, dumplings.
Come on, Skeeter.
Anyway,
Yep.
he's not listening.
No,
He can't hear
No.
us. And so we went out. Is it 50?
Yeah,
Best
50th.
Connells.
Yep.
Went that way out there and took a left on whatever road that was, and went out over the bridge. Came out by the.
Have you guys, not to tangent this again, have you tried the Wissota Steakhouse that's out there? Have you been
Sounds to be like a theme going on. My story's not that good.
Yeah, no, I have.
there? Yeah, we've been there.
Couple
That's
of
pretty
times.
decent. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway,
Yeah, so you're just
Well,
and
passing
then we
there.
came out to K and took K up and
Took
we
a right on.
left
Axe.
on back on K up, and then we went into Jim Falls, and
That's your neck of woods.
Mm-hmm.
he had to get. Then we stopped at the gas station in Jim Falls, and
Yeah.
we got
Snacks.
snacks and
Good,
drinks
there
and
you
stuff.
go.
And
Oh,
he even
that's-
bought me something. He bought me-
Really?
Yeah.
What'd he get you?
Dr. Pepper
Oh.
and some Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, you got any left?
No, I ate them.
Yeah, no, they don't last.
Not,
No,
not in a clean car.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He said he was going to vacuum it last night, but video games.
Yeah.
That won't last long.
Did you leave the wrapper on the floor though?
No,
God,
he made me,
no, I
he
love
made me
doing
put it
that.
in the bag and said, take that out and throw it in the garbage can.
I can't put it in a garbage can. There's poop in there.
That's one of my favorite things to do with Landon now. Now that he
shit.
drives, and
Oh.
I'll
Making a mess.
purposely throw, and I make sure he watch, like he's looking, and I'll throw a receipt or
Oh, did I just
empty-
drop some French
Yep.
fries down that
Oh,
crack
yeah.
between the seat and the
Oh,
and then
console?
I just get out. Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours.
So do
You
that.
clean it.
Do it. Tanner will like that.
I think you'll just leave it in there.
Maybe, but maybe he'll be like, well, like Landon, it's
I think when the girls
Gotta be
start
clean.
coming around, he'll want to straighten up his act a
Yeah.
little bit on that.
Have you ever seen the video where the adults come home to their grown kids' house? Not come home, but like they go to visit their grown kids and walk in, fucking shoes go everywhere,
Yeah.
straight to the fridge, rip that fucker open, take out all the food, eat a bunch, leave shit everywhere. Like,
Yep.
Leave the
yeah,
door
you
open.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you like it?
Payback.
Yeah.
remote in the cushion or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, them are funny.
Yeah.
So you guys made it back home then?
Yeah, so we came back. And we came back pretty much the same way because he didn't want to go through downtown Chippewa,
Is he just nervous or not?
Nervous, yeah.
like-
Well, he just got his license last or temps.
Right, and I was just saying, like, sometimes maybe they're scared or nervous or just
Yes, he's
want
nervous
more.
and scared, and as I am too. But
Any close calls at all?
nope,
No.
nothing.
Is he excited to drive? Like, I mean, is that like,
Yes.
hell yeah, I'm driving?
Yeah, he's pretty good. It's just the corners, and the way they do it now, it's saying to have your hands at 10 and 3, or 9 and 3.
Yeah, because of airbags.
Right. So, which is fine, but when you turn,
One's not it.
how I learned was hand over hand to turn. Now they saying if you want to turn left, you turn you pull it like that instead of hand over hand. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just turn
Yeah.
the fucking corner.
That's all because
Right.
of airbags, though. The 10 and 2 thing is not
Sure, I
recommended
imagine if
anymore.
they come back and they're gonna blast you in the face.
Well, no, that they'll break your arm. If you're
Yeah.
at 10 and 2, then airbags go off, they can break your arm. So that's
Sure.
why they don't.
Interesting. Must have forgot to mention that when he was learning Landon,
Oh,
because I didn't know that.
Well, maybe because we just had the time change.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why, because
yeah.
it's
In the
savings.
Daylight savings time.
In the fall, it'll go back to 10 and 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Makes sense.
but then, yeah, we got home and I told him, I go, we'll go out at nighttime then and show you what it's like then, because it's totally different at night than it is during the day, So
Yeah, it's dark.
it is dark
Yeah.
and not so much light.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
that's a different. I guess what a word I'm thinking. Perspective when you're driving at night. I mean, it has different
Judging
things.
differences,
Yeah.
judging distance is different. I mean, all that stuff
Right.
at nighttime.
yeah, and we literally just went out our driveway around the big block. But when we got by the ball fields, we took a right and went kind of towards town over the highway, and we took a left as soon as you went over the what?
I was laughing at Chad, who was laughing.
So you're saying I can't talk without
No, keep
my
going.
hands?
To be honest,
I'll just sit on my hands.
No, it's fine. Keep going. It says nicknames, but keep going. We'll come back to that. Keep going.
I was trying to read what I knew
You
he wrote
struggle.
something on the board, but I couldn't. I can't read it, so I've been staring at it to try to figure out what it says.
It says nicknames.
And then
But-
he caught me trying to read it, and then he
Yeah.
was laughing at me. So then I started laughing at him because
But anyway, the deer were out last night because the storm that we got coming in right now.
Yep.
They were out in full force. So I
It's-
told
There's a good opportunity. Take them out shining.
I told them that
oh,
you got to watch for deer now. It's dark, and sure as shit, as soon as it came around those last turns there was a deer standing in the middle of the road. There was two of them actually. And I go, "Oh, slow down," and he kept on. I'm like, "Slow down." So we slowed down, and they jumped the fence and went into the park, and there was like 3 or 4 that I could see silhouettes, and we went down around the corner, and there was a shit ton more there. Went across the road, and then there was, I don't know how many there were on the left-hand side in that little field, and then we just came back
Yep.
the back way, back
Yeah.
home, but yeah, he did fine, and thanks, and down he went back in his room, so,
Well, that's good though. I mean,
well, yeah, you gotta get him out there.
and like you said, the more you drive, it becomes second nature.
Right.
It really does.
Yeah.
So, good for him.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. Like, when after I got my license, I did a lot of, in the wintertime, I'd go into like the Prangy Way parking lot
Sure.
or because I worked at Wendy's.
Mm.
So after the store would close, at midnight, parking lot's empty. In the wintertime, I would always go in there and whip shitties and do stuff like that. And honestly, I think that makes you a better driver. Like,
Right.
you learn how the car reacts
Yep.
when you spin out and all that shit.
And that's what I want to do this afternoon. When we get all the snow, I want to get him out there and then have him go and then slam on the brakes
Yep.
and just to see you
Yeah.
react.
I almost want
Because
to go with and see how you react because
Oh,
I know how you
calm.
like winter.
Make sure you use the bucket before you go.
I'm calm.
You are.
bring the
Oh,
bucket
I'm
with
calm.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
All right.
You
Yeah.
can't get worked up over that.
you.
All right.
I'm pretty cool.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
I was gonna say I definitely get nervous. Like I won't leave the house probably for 2 days.
That's weird because tomorrow's a work day.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh, so the same amount will be done anyway.
ooh,
Yeah.
Burn.
ooh.
But before we get sidetracked
I
too
need a
much,
job like that. No shit. I'm working from home today.
you can do it. Just tell them that you got a lot done tomorrow.
Or should I say working from home or working at home?
Working at home.
At home. I'm working at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they're working at. I could be doing other shit.
That's true. You're
Yeah.
doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're working.
I'm working from home.
What?
I'm working at home.
You want to call them now?
I should.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, boss man.
Right.
Yeah. This is what's up.
But with that, you were talking about
Oh, and I
Tanner.
need a raise.
Oh, yeah, always throw that in there.
Yeah. I think that will help.
Well, I'm sure it will.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Now, a lot
It's
of
on the
people
record.
heard
Would
your
that work
request.
for one of your guys? Call you up? No, that wouldn't work. You say, "Oh hell no!"
I don't have any guys.
I thought you were the boss.
The one
Oh,
man
I
show.
thought you were the fucking boss.
The boss is
I
over
thought you
there.
own the fucking place or something.
I own the Anderson windows.
I don't know.
Big time.
No, contrary to popular belief, I do not own Anderson windows.
Oh, I know you're the boss.
No.
No, you got a bunch of puppets underneath you and you pull the strings.
I used to be a supervisor at the
Oh,
consolidation center,
right.
but I'm in transportation now. So I don't do that anymore.
Transportation?
Correct.
What?
Drivers?
Yeah, well, I mean, Anderson delivers all those windows.
So you're a
every
truck
shift,
driver
so-
in the black
You get-
trucks?
No. Breaker 19.
There's a rubber duck.
Yeah.
Rubber duck here.
This is Big Nuts. We got any Smokies up ahead? Over, come on. No. Yeah, I work. Gotta say over.
Over.
No, I work in their transportation department. So that's what.
Shipping and receiving.
Nope.
Not even close. I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Anderson,
Good for you, man.
all the windows that they sell, Anderson delivers almost all of them on our own private fleet of
Yeah.
trucks. So there's a whole shit ton of people that plan all those routes, right? So in this area, there's all these Home Depots and lumber yards and all that order windows. So as the planners, they plot out the route that all these deliveries are going to take, that the driver is going to run. And I'm a part of the tech team for transportation. So that's what I do. So yeah, no, I was a soup at the CC, but then we had Steven and I wanted to get to day shift for the family. And I wasn't going to get there anytime soon as a supervisor at the consolidation center. So I transferred over to the corporate office in Bayport.
Big time.
Nice.
Got you.
So yeah, that's what I do.
So make a delivery to Ingram. I need some windows up that
Do
way.
you?
I know a driver. I know a guy that can drive.
Yeah, I need windows.
So you're halfway there.
Sure.
Windows.
Plural. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there
At
you
least 3 of them for sure.
Okay. Let's see what we can get
But
lined
then the
up.
big ones are going to be a lot more big money.
go. If it's bigger, it usually does cost more.
More material.
Yeah.
Time.
I can do that for you.
Nice.
If you don't see them up there next weekend, just wait longer, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, you got to give
I've
them
waited this long.
2 weeks because of the
Plus the road.
snowstorm.
Yeah.
Oh, plus snowstorm, so that's
Everything's
going to put
gonna be-
everything back.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be shut down for
Yeah.
a couple days.
For sure.
Yeah. Shut down the state.
Might as well.
State shut down.
Yeah.
Don't give them any ideas. They probably
County
will.
County might.
Well, they got to burn up their budget. They'll be at work. You know, burn it up or lose that. I mean, they've been pouring that liquid brine on the streets, I think, since Wednesday.
See, we went for a cruise yesterday because the wife got her new ride and we just wanted to check everything out.
Should you get a Porsche?
No, it's a Maserati. Yeah. I own Anderson windows, of course.
Oh, why would you go with
Yeah. We had our driver take us out for a spin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, new Maybach. So no big deal. No, yeah, she got her new ride, so we just went for a cruise to try it out, check everything out, but we were surprised because we didn't see anything being sprayed anywhere.
Oh, they were out on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or at least in the Chippewa County.
I saw it on Thursday.
Was it Thursday? Maybe it was Thursday, I guess, but for sure I seen them this week.
The bridge right by on Sen Blacktop, that was covered.
Oh. That's good. So, new car. You got a new car.
Yeah.
I guess fall back a little bit. What's Tanner driving for his first car?
Well, we already
Yep,
did
he
that.
did.
It was an 04 Jeep.
Oh,
Grand
see, I wasn't
Cherokee.
listening. It wasn't in my.
I
You
was-
weren't in my
no.
ear.
Because it was a dumb story, obviously.
You-
You got interrupted
Oh,
a bunch of times.
No, not interrupted. Sidetrack.
Oh, sidetrack.
Tangent.
That's what we're here for.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Right.
Squirrel!
Better not be any in here.
Oh, he'd let us know.
They're in the
Yeah.
rafters. They're in the eaves. I've been watching the squirrels in the eaves.
Oh.
Have you?
Here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell him he's in a panic now.
Someone else.
That's grumpy old men,
Oh.
dickhead.
Jesus.
Putts.
Well then.
Good lord.
So talking about your cruising with Tanner, did you guys have anything crazy happen to you, like when you were learning? Any, when you first started out?
Ooh. Well, you were talking about teaching him how to drive in the snow.
Right.
So the very first year I had my license in the snow,
Mhm.
I learned that you have to start slowing down
Oh,
sooner.
oh.
But it was actually kind of interesting. So,
And that blue money.
the big blue
In
boat.
front of Liney Kugel?
Right down by
I just wonder if that fell.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. You should
Your
have been-
butthole pucker up a little bit?
No. So,
It
What?
emptied.
I wasn't able to put it on lockdown.
Oh, brownish yellow.
Well, so the car, the defrost was not working.
Oh.
and it was wintertime, obviously.
Mm.
So I had to constantly was wiping down the inside of the wipe.
Wipe it down.
I'm the Viper. I'm here to wipe your windows.
The Viper. The Viper.
I don't know. My grandpa would say
He
that.
did, yes. But I was constantly while driving trying to clear off the frost that was getting on the inside. Well, there was a semi that was turning into the line and cools thing, so the traffic was backed up a little ways. Well, I'm going like this, not necessarily watching the vehicles in front of me.
Oh, you should always pay attention to the vehicle. I mean,
Yeah. So they stopped, and I tried, but I didn't.
No,
oh, because was there ice on the snow?
Yeah, it was slippery. So, I mean, I turned enough to only catch like the front
left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quarter pound.
But then, so we had, of course, the cop shows up, and it was
Arnie?
no,
That would have been
it was
convenient.
Jack Kappas.
Oh.
That's exactly who it was. So I was telling him that he's like, "What happened?" I said, "Well, my defrost hasn't been working, so I was going like this, trying to clear off a spot so I could see." He's like, "You don't say that."
That sounds like Jack.
I was like, "Well, what?" He's like, "You slid on the ice-covered roadway." I was like, "Oh,
Good call.
yep,
Thanks, Jack.
sure enough." So, and that's what the report was. That's what it went down as.
Your passengers must have not said anything, obviously.
Apparently not.
I don't
No. And then
You had passengers?
I had this guy. And his,
You were there.
I was there. I
didn't
was-
know this.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, I didn't know it.
well, we were
Happened right in front of me.
Yeah, well, if you were there.
We were well. He must have been 12 because
Yeah, about the
I
age
was,
limit, yeah.
well, I was 16. I first winter with the license. Then I would bring him and Stacy home from school. So
Oh,
we were
sure.
coming from the high school. We were
Yeah.
going up this one there on Edward Street.
Right.
So yeah, we didn't quite
Sure.
make it.
Well, eventually we did.
Yeah. But yeah, it was funny. In this was back when there was newspapers, and they actually put articles in there, and Lido slid on the snow-covered roadway. No mention of the defrost.
No, you don't say that.
No,
No,
that's
no.
like literally. That's how it was. That's how he said it. It was. You don't say that.
Yeah, but Jack's a good shit.
I think he was. I think he was smoking a cigarette. In
He
the
probably
cop
was.
car
I would
while we were
imagine.
there.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was. Those are times were good.
When I was learning, like to do that, get my, when I was learning with my permit, my first car was a 1982 Volkswagen Rabbit, 4-door, 5-speed.
Nice.
And so I'm out with mom and dad, just like you were with Tanner,
Yeah.
learning what to do and everything. We turn off of X onto K, the road my parents live on. And I'm accelerating, first, second, hit third gear.
Oh, it's a manual.
Yeah, it's a 5-speed.
5-speed,
Yeah,
nice.
manual.
Yeah.
So I hit third gear, and there's this milk truck right on our fucking ass. And I go to shift into fourth. I miss fourth and drop it into second instead.
Ooh.
And obviously, fucking red lines. And that milk truck is right on us. And all I can hear is my mom in the background just fucking screaming, milk truck, milk truck. Dad's like, you're in second, you're in. I'm like, I know, I'm working on it here. But yeah, they thought we were dead.
Sure.
We heard the milk truck freaking locking him up because he was right tight on our ass. Yeah.
Oh, there's no need for him to follow you that close.
No, but
Yeah.
he was. Because, I was still learning, obviously, so I wasn't.
Wait, was there snow on the ground? Or?
No.
Oh, it was
No,
summer.
it was summertime. Yeah.
Maybe his windshield was frosted. He couldn't see you.
When my dad always told the story when he got his license, obviously way back in the day, it was wintertime. And he
Was that horse and buggy?
no, not quite that far back. But he had to go to Cornell to get his license. And he said it was a major snowstorm. And he's like, I showed up at the DMV in my truck, in the farm truck. And I went inside and got the guy. And he said, I went back out and I'm waiting for him. And the guy came out of the DMV, fell on his ass on the sidewalk, hopped in the truck, looked at him. He said, well, Mr. Hicks, these are less than ideal conditions. Tell you what, if you can get us around the block alive, I'll give you your license. And that's all he had to do. He drove around the block and they gave him his license.
That's awesome.
You know?
Well, that actually beats my driving instructor test, I guess. I think I had a 93 or a 92 four-door tealish Cavalier is what it was. But I did not take that for my test. I believe I took my mom's car.
Yeah.
And got down to Eau Claire and got the test. You know, I was nervous. Just come out of the parking lot. I took a right. And at that time, the Quick Trip was not there, but the road to the left. Took a left. He's like, all right, this is where you got to parallel park. And there's not another car on the street.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a trick question, you know?
Right.
Parallel parked. No cars around. He's like, all right, do your Y turn. Did the Y turn. And we drove back, and he's like, all right, you passed.
Wow.
That was it. That was the whole test. I was like, I'm not sure why I was so worried about this. This was pretty easy. So, but the biggest thing that my sister told me was you make sure you stop before the sidewalk in the parking lot. Was the only thing I was worried about the whole time. So when Tanner goes, make sure when you leave and you pull out onto Melby,
Right.
there's a sidewalk in the parking lot. You have to stop before the
I just did that
sidewalk.
yesterday. I was on the sidewalk and
No.
the front end was out in the street.
Nope. So you stop before it and after the sidewalk.
Okay.
That's what I was instructed.
That's a good call.
Before you pull into the driveway,
Out
you
of
gotta
the way
stop
out.
on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
But you have to stop before the sidewalk
Sure.
because it's parking lot, sidewalk, then the not the median, the
Right.
Road.
Shoulder.
shoulder. Yep.
Tanner,
it's
take
tricky.
notes
Write that down,
Stop.
Tanner.
before the sidewalk.
Yeah. So your next driving time with your parents, go there and try it. Drive that area is
See,
my
the
recommendation.
thing what he's having problems with, he's coming up and he's stepping about 10 feet short of that white line. So I told him all day yesterday, I go, when you stop, just kind of, you can see the line or imagine, because sometimes they're not there. Just push on the brakes and you'll slowly get to where you got to be and then stop, obviously behind the white line. But then a lot of times you can't see because there's trees and hills or whatever. I go, then you just got to ease out real slow and keep looking, especially to your left, because that's where the shit's going to happen. Is to your left.
Well, Tanner, one thing,
Closest.
just make sure you remember, Tanner, one thing that's very important. If you encounter a stop sign with a white border around it, those are optional. So just remember, stop sign, white border, it's more of a yield. You don't have to stop for those. The white border is important.
Unless there's a cop there, because they will pull you over.
Yeah.
I don't.
I thought that stood
that's
for
what it is.
state trooper out pissing.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
I
it
thought that's
definitely
what that
is.
meant.
It's fitting. I mean, it makes sense.
I thought, just go.
We told a girl in high school the white border thing on the stop sign.
Yeah.
She failed the driver's test.
Which, you know,
She was not a happy camper.
yeah, but I mean,
Uh-huh.
if that type of person's gonna believe that,
She didn't
knowing
she
they're
doesn't
getting
need her license.
right, yeah,
Yep.
I hope she still doesn't have them.
Yeah, she came back to school. She's like, those white borders do not fucking mean optional. I was like, no shit, Jill.
Was she blonde?
No.
Oh.
Jill's an idiot.
Oh, God, Jill, what the hell?
Yeah.
Sorry if you're listening, Jill.
She's like, we only made it about 4 minutes into my driver's test.
Turn
and I
around,
immediately
turn
had to turn
around.
around and go back. She said, although he did find it pretty amusing when I told him that the white border meant they were optional.
What the hell? Perfect.
That's good.
I don't know what my first car was. I don't remember. It was that red Datsun.
Datsun.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Datsun 200 SX. Yeah.
Does it have the hatchback thing?
It did have a hatchback. Yeah, it had the fins on it and everything.
Yeah.
Vent. Oh, yeah, it went.
That was a
80 miles an
manual.
hour. Yeah, it was
That was
nice.
a manual. Yep.
See, if we were on a game show and I had to pick your first car, being younger than you are, I thought you had like, well, you know, obviously maybe you didn't, but I think you did. Didn't you have like a Beretta or something?
did have a
Pretty
Beretta. Yeah.
That was
Blue?
the sec-
No, white.
white. Oh, that was a pretty sweet car.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
that was the second car, wasn't it?
That was my third one.
Oh,
What was
see,
the
that's
one between that.
I was
It was
getting
a-
older.
Escort, Ford Escort,
Oh,
4-door.
I think I
that
remember.
red one.
There's no black.
Oh, the racing. Oh, what was that red?
That was a Datsun.
No.
I had the Datsun.
Yeah.
I had the Ford Escort.
Yeah.
I had the Chevy Beretta.
Right.
And then I had the step side.
Yeah.
The white one?
The 94 step
Chevy?
side.
God,
I wish
that's
I had
fucking
that
sharp.
truck back. I really wish
It's
I had
sharp.
that fucking truck back. But-
Chevy Thunder.
The Chevy Thunder.
I think I remember the Beretta, but really for me, when I think of like equating the first vehicle with you, it's the Chevy that I think of right away. Yeah.
I wish I had that. I
You had
wish
the
I had that.
subwoofers or something underneath the seat, right?
Shakers.
Shakers, yeah.
That
Bass
was
shakers.
it was very
Yeah.
nice. You know, they probably the
I
truck's
still
out
have
there.
them. I still have them in my garage. The
See?
bass shakers. Yeah.
Now you just gotta go find the truck.
Would have been Tanner's.
Well, so here's what happened was I traded that in for that was a 94 and traded it in for a 04 crew cab. And we were getting married and gonna have kids, so the other truck it only had 2 seats in it, so that wasn't gonna work out very well, but
Yeah, that center console wasn't very comfortable
This,
to sit on.
no.
No, I sat there a few times.
Yeah. You weren't the only person that
Yeah.
sat on that console.
I can still remember being absolutely mystified the first time I rode with you in that and realizing that you drove with both feet. I had
do.
never ever seen anybody do that before.
Mhm.
I actually now that you said I think my dad does.
Yeah, I brake with my left.
It's also fucking weird.
Uh-huh.
It is.
Oh, well,
What are you guys in NASCAR?
no, it's driving a forklift.
Like,
You-
I've
Brake with
driven
your
a lot of
left
forklifts
Me
and
too.
I've never done that.
yeah. No.
So you don't put your left foot on the brake there and rev it up. And,
You know that
That
makes your
jacket.
time go faster.
yeah, well, it's the same fucking thing on the vehicle.
Yes, if I'm lifting and I need more
Yeah,
power,
it's
I
the
will do
same
that.
deal. So when I'm driving the forklift, I'm always braking with my left, going. I don't do it much anymore. I'm retired from that job.
Sure.
But I don't have my license there. Hey, what is that?
I'm just helping
Is
you
that
out,
for
buddy.
sale?
Just bringing you
Yeah,
down
hey.
down memory lane.
What's that called on the Facebook where I need money? What's it?
Marketplace.
No,
Oh, OnlyFans.
people give me money.
OnlyFans.
No, he's talking about
Like a
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. We're gonna set that up so I can buy that truck right there. That's it.
That's it. And it's in
Oh.
Egan, Minnesota.
That's the
It's
one.
not that far.
but that's
It's
is that
similar,
white?
but
I was gonna
no,
say,
That's
that's
all right. That
but we can
the
get it painted.
rap guys can put a white on
That's
that.
the truck.
There you go.
that is one of my favorite trucks, and I never even owned it.
Oh man, I love that.
It's
I love that truck.
$1,300
$1,300, really? That's
right
it.
now. Yeah, we'll go pick
You
it
can
up.
sell Tanner's Jeep and go get that.
Then Tanner would have that, and then or maybe
No,
you
he'd take
could, you
your
could
truck.
have my truck.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
See, everybody wins, Jason.
All right, we're gonna have to leave the show
All
early.
right, well, all right. Thanks for joining us.
Wrapping it up now, folks.
We're going to where?
Egan, Minnesota.
Egan, Minnesota. All right.
I'll drive just because it's snowing.
It is snow.
Yeah.
Well, I need to drive back. So.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have a sweet truck to do that
Dude,
in.
I am. That's sweet.
Through the median, other side of traffic. It don't matter.
I don't know where, but yeah, fuck, let's
We're
go.
going.
I'll just wait. I'll wait here.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well, because you can't leave in the next 2 days.
well,
pretty
right,
much.
and then that way.
So you're not going back to work till Wednesday?
I don't know yet.
Oh
It
my
depends
God.
on what it looks like in the morning.
Holy
Pussy.
I hate it. I hate it. No, because what I was thinking, I would, finalize getting the editing done and get that done so
Sure.
that you guys could listen to the episode on the way back.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'll
He
leave
can
it.
provide weather updates,
Sure,
road
yeah.
conditions and stuff as you're en
As you're
route.
driving back, yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing this for you,
Oh, sure.
so you know.
It's not that he doesn't want to go.
right.
Yeah.
He's thinking about you guys.
Yeah. And this is the things I get.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Any other crazy things that happened like in the first couple years of driving?
I hit a
Well-
telephone pole once.
Oh.
That was it was a accident, obviously, but I was coming down the Peanut Wall Hill from high school. And that curve goes to the left, and fuck if I didn't go straight.
No shit. Was this in the winter?
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was glitter ice. The bad thing about it was I followed the tracks of the other vehicle that hit the same pole
Oh.
just before that. I couldn't do shit. I'm like, oh god, oh, bam. Yeah, that was the Escort. Smashed her in there.
I had
Fucking pissed me off.
I had a few stupid, when you first get your license, I was fucking
Is it airplane?
airplane, yeah. It's loud. I can hear it through the headphones.
No shit, they do.
Is that the plane we're taking to Egan?
I think so.
Ben got his private jet from Anderson Windows.
I texted the
From what?
pilot while I was on the episode here. Yeah, he's landing in the airport right now.
Nice.
Very nice.
So, but I was
Let's just keep getting richer.
like I'm sure most kids, I was doing a fucking 100 everywhere, just to, race car driver basically. But I was over at my buddy Dave's house.
I seen him yesterday
Really?
at Farm Fleet. He said hi, and I don't know who he was with, and he goes, "That's Jason. That's the one from the show."
Getting recognized out in public.
Dude, it's just one
I'm
of those
assuming
things.
it was his wife Laura.
Is that okay? Blonde,
Yeah.
shorter. Okay,
Yeah.
yep, that was her.
Yeah.
That's Jason. He's from the show. Because I can read his lips.
Just handing out autographs.
Fucking paparazzi following us everywhere. Jesus, it's a rough life.
We're
It's a rough
3
life.
episodes in. What's gonna happen when we hit 300? Holy Christ!
But
I think we're at like 120 total streams.
fuck, 1,000, 100.
That was 100,000. Good Lord.
But yeah, so I was over at his house one night, and I had my third vehicle, which was 1992 Plymouth Sundance.
Was that red one
No,
or maroon?
maroon
No.
was the Escort. That was my second car.
Oh, I thought that was Malibu.
It was a mail.
That was the car I got after high school.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a '98 Chevy Malibu. Yeah.
That thing was fast.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had that Sundance 2-door hatchback 5-speed manual, and he lived out in the country outside of Cadott on his parents' farm, obviously. And I was coming back from his house. It was, I don't know, midnight, something like that. It was late.
Is this
and,
the night you got the gun? Hold on, you.
No,
When you got
no. But
That sounds like a story, though.
one of the side roads off of 27 that runs parallel to it had just gotten re-blacktopped. So I would usually take that road because you could just haul ass,
Sure.
and it was a back road, right, and it was all fresh blacktop. So I left his house and I'm hauling ass down that. I basically just pegged, doing like 105 or whatever the max is at that Sundance Lago, and I fly by this side road, and all I see is headlights at the stop sign, and I was like, fuck. But then I lost them, I went down a dip or whatever, come back up, and I see the cherries and berries in my rearview mirror. So immediately I had a code brownish yellow. And
It happened.
yeah, it sure did. But
I know.
a little ways in front of me, there was a road to the right. So I was panicking, and I didn't want to hit my brakes because I didn't want the cop to see my brake lights.
Right.
So I dropped it into fourth and just popped the clutch, which thank God it didn't blow the engine up. But anyways, I take this right, go down into the farmer. There's a farmer just a little bit down that road. Whip a shitty in his yard, back out of his yard, back up to the stop sign, and my vehicle is still rocking to a stop as the fucking police officer drives by. And I just took a left and went the opposite direction of the cop car, and he never fucking. And
That's
then
cool.
I went about 2 miles, and I literally had to pull over, and I was just shaking.
Yeah.
I had to pull over and sit for a couple minutes. Yeah, I was pissing my pants. I thought that I was done for.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was going to be my last day at Mason Shoe, and I had I've been in a couple accidents, but this was another snow day. But I was driving on was it Grand Avenue, just past where you live, right almost in front of the senior center there.
Okay, yeah.
And there was a guy walking on the sidewalk with a dog, but the dog got loose from him and ran across the road. So of course I slam on my brakes and stop. The truck behind me must have had a bad windshield because he didn't stop. He ran into the back of me, and the guy with the dog just kept walking on, and I'm like, this is not good, because then the guy comes
Now
up to me.
you're a witness.
Yeah, he's like, what happened? I'm like, did you see that dog? No. And I'm like, oh no, but regardless, I mean, he still got in trouble for it.
Yeah, no matter what, it's his fault.
Or
Right.
falling too close, or
But,
inattentive driving.
So when I had called work then to let them know I was going to be late, and they're like, "Nah, we figured you weren't coming in. It's your last day. We figured you weren't coming in anyway." I'm like, "No, I really got into an accident. I'll be there later."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was how I ended my last day, was
Being late.
showing up late with a car accident.
I almost did that 2 weeks ago to a guy.
Showed up late?
No,
Oh.
I almost made him part of my vehicle.
Ooh,
I was fucking pissed. I came around the roundabout, so I take 29 out to.
just that you didn't make him part of your review?
Yes, I wish I would have.
I was going to say, I think you've been trying to get rid of that.
Oh my god. So I went around the roundabout, went going east on X, and this fucking guy, it was, so I'm going to work, I don't know, 3:30 in the morning, 3:15 or whatever time. I could not see his headlights in my mirror. I couldn't see him at all. I'm like,
That's
you
tight.
motherfucker. And he was on my, because it's only 40 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
So guess what I do? I keep
Slow
backing
down.
her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, that's right. Because and that's no passing all the way.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, fuck you. There is no hurry at 3:15 in the morning.
Unless you got to be there at 3.
You should have left earlier.
Yeah, that's true. True.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, do I just slam on the brakes? Do I just touch the brakes a little bit and show my lights, dear? Or do I just
Right.
fucking lock them up and let that motherfucker hit me? But I didn't, because I didn't want to spill my coffee. I would have been pissed then. Because he would have probably stopped as a little rice burner.
Sure.
He would have been able to stop before.
Fast and the Furious.
I think if you couldn't have seen his headlights, I don't think he would have stopped in time.
No.
Well, then we went down that dip and he took a left at whatever, that Schaefer's
Corner,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, there's.
And he went that way, and I'm like, I can't wait to see him again.
Yeah.
Your days are numbered, buddy. Try it again.
That's like the kind of the time upset. I think it was actually my actual only accident. And I was coming past Thaler, downtown,
Sure.
and there's the train tracks.
Yeah.
And
Are you going into town or up the hill?
Up the hill, up Main there.
Yeah.
Must have been going to Holy Ghost.
Yeah, for
Oh, you're
sure.
going
It
to
was
church.
late for church.
Oh, yeah.
And there was at that time, silver car in front of me. I didn't know at that time that it was an older guy. It was fine. And I reached over to either grab my sunglasses or set my sunglasses on the passenger seat. And I look up and
He stopped.
Yeah, he was stopped at the train tracks.
Oh,
Which-
there was a train.
Means I'm now in the back of his trunk, the car.
Oh.
Cops come, whatever, sure, it's my fault, inattentive driving, whatever, He stopped because he thought there was a train. Thought there was a train.
Oh.
No train. There was not actually a train that day after the cops did their whatever, no lights were on, because they had to do their, I was like, well, and the cops like, well, kind of I side with you, you don't stop at the train tracks, just to stop. He's like, but
Either
that's,
way.
yep.
Yeah.
And I got the ticket, which I was fucking pissed for weeks trying to find that old bastard. And it had to be a Cadillac too,
Oh, yeah.
so it's more expensive.
Yeah.
Great times.
So, true or false, you've had a Christmas tree in the back of your truck standing upright and drove around town like that
With lights on it?
with lights on it.
That would be a true statement. Yeah.
Oh.
In high school, I had a Ford Ranger.
Did you have a snowman in the front seat?
Also true. Also true.
For quite a while.
Yeah, that was it was at least it was during Christmas time, But yeah, no, I had a little
Did you have a rope on it so you could wave?
I don't know. Well, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe, but I don't know. But Snowman was in the front seat and a lit Christmas tree in the back.
Oh.
And I remember it was I thought it was the coolest person in the world, because everybody at that time had lights that would go, in the dash or underneath by your feet, glow
I had
streak or
those.
were.
I had those in
Flash.
Malibu.
Flash to the beat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
and I
too.
was like, wow, there's. Figured I'd try to up that because I didn't have that cool shit. I went and bought CarQuest, went and bought a little converter, to hook up to the battery and plug Christmas lights in it.
Nice.
That's what I did.
Nice.
So yeah, it was good. It was
How many tricks?
Oh, so many.
So many.
I actually had to move snowman.
Oh, no kidding.
So,
Nice.
One.
One.
And,
One after another.
Yeah.
and that one was the snowman.
Yeah.
Or
Snow woman. Snow
Yes,
woman.
maybe.
Okay.
Did you get that at Pure Pleasure?
Snow lady.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. No, I ordered it online.
Oh, yeah.
Would you stop melting?
Yeah, it was cold rides. I had the air on all winter.
Yeah.
Windows down.
Yep. For sure.
Frosty.
Yeah.
Every time I see that snowman, that mouth hole gets bigger and bigger.
I wish I would have kept that.
You could make one today.
It's true. It's true.
Why does it have such a big butthole?
It's where I put the weights. Okay?
Oh.
You had to weight it down, so I put rocks in there. And
Sure.
the only rocks I could find were big ones.
You got your rocks off.
I just unplug it so nobody could see what was going on.
Yeah. Little Christmas tree for mood lighting.
Yeah. Yeah. I would park up by Notre Dame, overlook the city. It was
Yeah.
Oh,
romantic.
that's romantic.
Yeah,
Come
absolutely.
on, baby. Don't give me the cold shoulder.
That's for sure. That's they were the good old years. Actually, I should probably see what's going on tonight. See what's up with that.
Gotta be up on the Notre Dame Hill.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's snowing,
Yeah.
street lights,
Yeah.
On the Riverview Park.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
You just faintly hear stroking coming out of the window.
Absolutely.
When I stop making love, I don't just make love.
It only happened once. Okay.
Oh, okay.
One winter.
One in the winter.
Yeah, once April rolled around, it was tough to keep my lady going.
Put her back in the box. For sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know there was another time I had gotten into an accident.
Jesus.
I don't know. I think this one was
Were
down
the
on.
police involved again?
Yeah.
Holy Christ, that's 3 times.
This is
I've
a-
never had them.
So this was one actually that I didn't get in trouble for, even though I probably was at fault. Well, I know I was at fault. But I had learned from the
Was
first.
it Jack?
No, this was in Claire. But I actually, because I learned from the first cop, sometimes you don't always have to tell the truth. I'm gonna find out.
Huh.
So we were going down Claremont. This was when I was in college there, and going down Claremont, and one of the it was at Stein Boulevard, and that must have been under construction. So the left turn lane was closed. You weren't supposed to turn left to go down Stein Boulevard. But the car in front of me then used the straight lane, stopped at the green light to turn left there. I was
Hammered.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was in school. Well, I guess never mind.
Doesn't mean you wasn't hammered.
It doesn't. I was on lunch break. But I was not really paying attention. In fact, what was happening was I was looking out the side.
What's that bar called? Whiskey Dick? No.
Scooters?
Just coming back from Scooters.
No.
Pickle Truck? No. What the hell is that bar in the corner?
I have no idea. I don't even know where Stein is.
Dirty.
It's by where the hospital. Well, I guess now where the hospital used to be.
Yeah,
kinda-
isn't that something now?
Oh, yeah. It was the Irish kind of, wasn't it? Pub?
O'Leary's.
O'Leary's pub, yeah.
O'Leary's, yeah.
That's Irish.
Oh, okay. Over by Shopko.
Yep.
And Mancino's.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Those
what I
were
was
all there
doing
now.
was I was looking out the side window because there was some other college girls that were walking down the sidewalk, and I was just concerned about their safety.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure they were safe.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure they didn't cross the lights when it was flashing. So I was looking at that. The girl in front of me then had stopped at the green
She
light.
was looking at him too.
She might have been,
Oh.
but she was stopped at the green light in the straight lane, waiting to turn left.
Mm.
And I, at 45, right into
Whoa.
the back end of her.
Good.
Yep.
It's quick.
That got your attention in a hurry.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it impressed the girls walking.
No.
No.
See, now you should have faked cardiac arrest if they came over and gave you milk.
Maybe they're nurses.
Like
Oh.
Sandlot.
Yeah, what's her name? Was it Shelly? Sally?
What?
What's
Oh,
the
when they're in
girl's-
the pool?
Yeah.
The lifeguard?
Sandlot.
I know the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of the lifeguard?
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna figure this out. But yeah, when the cops come though, I did not get a ticket for that because they put her at fault for stopping at a green light, waiting to turn left in a straight line.
Yeah.
But it was definitely my fault.
Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy Peppercorn.
Yeah,
Which
there it
is
is.
Marley Shelton.
Her and Squints.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a brilliant move.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she should have. I would let her play lifeguard now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean, if you're listening, just saying.
yeah. But what about her personality, Chad, and her views and take on life?
It's what's on the inside that matters,
Yes.
Chad.
It's what's on the inside that matters, and hopefully.
Well, I didn't say it did. I didn't say it did.
Sure.
Her brains, mouth to mouth. You know, you got to be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I meant.
and that's
Obviously.
definitely what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Mm.
In a man.
Yeah.
We
That is untrue.
Untrue?
Untrue.
Oh, okay.
we one night it was really bad winter snowstorm, and I called my buddy Nate, not you Nate Blair.
Coincidentally, he is now a follower on Facebook of Tales from the Hicks.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
just
Well,
today.
Nate, well,
Yes. Thanks
Shout
for
out Nate
joining.
Blair.
Yep.
So it was a really bad snowstorm, but I didn't think it was that bad. So I called up Nate and I was like, "Hey, we should go shining." He's like, "Fuck yeah, we should." So I think I went over and picked him up. Maybe he came over to my parents' house. I don't remember. Anyways, so we go out shining, and it was horrible, right? It was freezing rain. Not one fucking deer did we see, and we're just all over on the back roads.
you're
You know.
what, 18 maybe?
Oh no, I was still living at home, so I was
16,
17, maybe 16. Yeah.
Right.
And so we're cruising all these back roads or whatever. We end up over in near the Cadott area. So we go to the truck stop to get a soda or whatever there in Cadott. Nate gets out of my car, falls flat on his ass because it's glare ice. And he just stands up. He's like, "What the fuck are we doing out here?" He's like, "The roads are horrible." He's like, "You were just falling ass all over." He's like, "I didn't think they were bad." I was like, "Yeah, a little slippery, whatever, you know." So we decided to go over to my buddy Dave's house. So we go over to Dave's, hang out there for a while. I think we might have played some video games or something. And I was like, "Well, should we go for a cruise and see how bad the roads are?" And we're all like, "Yeah, let's do that." So the three of us hop into my Sundance. And his parents lived on a farm, nice long driveway out in the country. So we go bombing down the driveway. And it's, obviously at the end of their driveway, it's a T, right? There's no other, it's just ditch on the other side. So we get to the end of the driveway. I e-brake it because I think gravel driveway, going to catch that gravel, slide the ass around out onto the road, look cool, and away we go. Gravel driveway, yes. Covered in ice, 100%. E-brake it, nothing happens. Straight across the road, directly down into the ditch. And it is a deep ditch. We're in my vehicle like this, all of us just looking down into the ditch. And we're like, fuck. My buddy Dave's like, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" He's like, "We're never going to get out of here." And I was like, "We're fine." Throw it into first gear, just hammer down, fucking right through the ditch we go. We're bombing down the ditch sideways because it's a very deep ditch. And we're just bombing down this ditch, and I was like, "Oh, maybe here we can get out." So I start pulling the wheel to the left, and I can feel the whole car starting to tip because it is too steep. I was like, "Nope, that's not going to work." Back down into the ditch we go, and finally I'm like, I know what we can do. I go into the field. So I crank the wheel to the right, off into the field that we go in my Sundance. And I was like, "We're gonna have to get up ahead of steam so we can make it out of this ditch. We gotta jump it out, basically."
Duke's Hazard.
Yeah. So I go out into the field a little ways, whip a U-wing, and then I just hammer on it. I'm in third gear when we hit the ditch, and we literally caught air out of the ditch, and we landed not in our lane, but in the next lane, to to go in the opposite direction. And I was like, might have been going a little too fast on that exit because we almost went into the ditch on the other side.
Awesome.
I fucking just barely managed to catch it, and like the ass end of the car swung over top of the ditch, and we fucking pulled it back, and off we went. And Nate and Dave were both just like, "What the fuck, dude?" So we went around the country block there. Just as we got back to Dave's house, here comes his dad down the driveway with the tractor because he saw us shoot out of the driveway and then the taillights disappear. So he figured he was going to come pull us out of the ditch.
Right.
Well, meanwhile, I had gotten out of the ditch when we were around the block, and we're back now. And we come pulling up, and he's like, his dad's name is Richard, and Richard looks at us. He's like, "How the hell did you get out of that ditch?" I was like, "Oh, I just drove down." And he didn't even want to hear it. He just shook his head and turned around and went back. And we went back up to the house, and I got up, and they're like, "There is no way we should have made it through that field." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of afraid I might have fucked my car up, because we were going fast through that field and this ditch." And I crawl underneath the car, and you can't even see car. It's just weeds and corn stalks, just packed full. The next day at home, I spent like 40 minutes just pulling weeds and shit out of the undercarriage of my vehicle. That was rough.
Awesome.
How I didn't destroy my car is it?
But it was fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was awesome.
It was worth it. Then.
We still talk about it to this day. Dave and I still talk about it all the time.
We just talked about it now.
It's true.
Yeah, yep,
On air.
yeah, on air.
Yeah, we are on there.
I'm sure Nate will remember it for sure.
Nice.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I suppose that.
we're getting close.
Yeah.
We're close. Just over an hour now.
All right.
So,
It works.
well,
Sounds good.
we'll
Another
get to,
magical episode in the books.
Well, did we
Okay.
finish your
Okay.
driving story?
Yeah,
I just want to make sure
we're done. I beat that one to death already. I'm done with that one.
All right. Well,
So that works. I guess we'll
till next week and
yeah,
talk to everybody then.
bring you back then.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, see you guys.
Peace.